Stop looking at the Maytag sticker. It's a lie. This is a $600 Whirlpool washer. This is a $10 bearing. And because of one friction welded plastic seam, that $10 part just totaled this machine. My last video put Whirlpool on the buy it once list. Half of you said your Whirlpool has lasted 30 years. The other half said your 3-year-old washer just died and I'm a sellout. You're both right. Today, I'm showing you the brand sticker trap. How the same company sells 60-year engineering gold and 3-year plastic garbage under the same roof. But there is one box, part number 4392065, that has been the same for 60 years. If your machine doesn't take this part, you're renting it, not owning it. I'll show you why in 2 minutes. This design has been in continuous production since the mid-1960s. 60 years, same chassis, same belt and roller drum support, same idler pulley, same motor mounting. Parts from 1975 will physically fit a machine built last week. There is no other appliance in any category where a 50-year-old part is still compatible with a current model. None. The entire moving assembly is 5 components: drum, belt, 2 rollers, idler pulley. The repair kit, part number 4392065, the one I mentioned, costs $25 to $40. Belt swap takes 15 minutes with a screwdriver. No proprietary software, no diagnostic tablet, no $200 service call just to read an error code. One tech told me he's repaired the same customer's dryer 3 times over 22 years. Total parts cost across all 3 repairs under $100. Try that with a Samsung. That repair kit is the most purchased appliance repair kit in America. Belt, rollers, idler pulley, clips, and instructions. 60 years of compatibility in one box. That is not an accident. That is an engineering decision someone made decades ago. And no one at corporate has been brave enough or stupid enough to change it. Every appliance technician I've talked to puts a Whirlpool dryer in their own home. Not because it's fancy, because when the belt snaps in year 12, they fix it during a commercial break and it runs for another 12. The 29-inch dryer is what happens when engineering wins and marketing loses. Now let me show you what happens when marketing wins. This is where Whirlpool's story falls apart. The vertical modular washer, the VMW platform. This is the guts inside most of Whirlpool's current top-load washers, and it is the engineering opposite of that dryer. The outer tub is friction welded plastic. The main bearings are pressed into the housing at the factory. Sealed shut. On the dryer, everything is bolted. On this, nothing comes apart. When the bearing seal leaks, years 3 to 6, water hits the bearings. The machine roars during spin. You call a technician. Here's the bill, $10 bearing. But you can't replace just the bearing. Sealed tub assembly, $350. Labor, $200. Total, $550. New machine at Best Buy, $525. That is not a repair, that is a funeral, but it gets worse. The VMW uses a plastic shift actuator, a toothed component that switches the machine between agitating and spinning. The teeth are designed to strip under heavy loads so the motor doesn't burn out. A $50 part that fails in years 2 through 5. When it goes, the machine just sits there clicking, dead. And the solenoid water valves. Cheap plastic units that pulse water in bursts to hit efficiency ratings. In homes with high water pressure, the internal diaphragms tear, creating slow leaks that damage your floor before you even notice. 3 failure points, all plastic, all designed to fail just outside the warranty window, all unrepairable in any economical way. The 29-inch dryer is built to be fixed. The VMW washer is built to be replaced. Same company, same logo. Now let me show you how they hide this behind 5 different brand names. But it gets worse. The VMW also uses a plastic shift actuator, a small toothed component that switches the machine between agitating and spinning. The teeth are designed to strip under heavy loads so the motor doesn't burn out. It's a $50 part that fails commonly in years 2 through 5. When it goes, the machine just sits there clicking, dead. And the solenoid water valves, Cheap plastic units that pulse water in bursts to meet efficiency ratings. In homes with high water pressure, the internal diaphragms tear, creating slow leaks that damage your floor before you even know something's wrong. 3 failure points. All plastic, all designed to fail inside the warranty window or just outside of it, all unrepairable in any economical way. The 29-inch dryer is built to be fixed. The VMW washer is built to be replaced. Same company, same logo on the front. Now let's talk about the 5 names on the front of these machines, because this is where most people get fooled. Whirlpool Corporation acquired Maytag in 2006 for $2.6 billion. That deal brought Maytag, Amana, KitchenAid, and JennAir all under one roof. 5 brands, 1 factory, same components. The hierarchy: Amana is budget, Whirlpool is mid-range, Maytag is dependable, KitchenAid is premium, JennAir is luxury. Here's the trap: a Maytag Bravos washer and a Whirlpool Cabrio washer, same VMW platform, same sealed tub, same plastic actuator. Look at the part number. It's the same part inside both machines. You paid $100 extra for the Maytag M on the front. You didn't buy a better machine. You bought a more expensive sticker. However, not everything across the umbrella is garbage. The Maytag commercial line uses a different platform entirely. Metal gear case, split tub design that allows actual bearing replacement. That commercial badge on that specific line actually means something. The KitchenAid KD-TM series dishwashers use stainless tubs and superior motor mounting. And the irony, the humble Amana washer, the cheapest in the whole portfolio, is sometimes more reliable than its premium Maytag cousin. Because Amana strips out the touchscreens, the Wi-Fi, and the smart features. Fewer electronics, fewer failure points. A basic Amana top loader with mechanical dials can outlast a Maytag Bravos with a touchscreen and a sealed tub at half the price. Gold exists inside the umbrella. You just have to know which door to open. Screenshot this before you go to Lowe's. 3 questions. First, open the lid. Stainless tub or plastic? Stainless is gold. Plastic is a countdown timer. Second, look at the controls. Mechanical dials or touchscreen? Dials are gold. A touchscreen control board costs $200 to $400 to replace, the single most common failure point in modern appliances. Third, ask the salesperson, if the bearing fails in year 6, what does the repair cost? If the answer is more than half the price of a new unit, the machine was designed to be replaced, not repaired. That's the quality rot rule. If one common repair exceeds half the machine's price, you're not buying an appliance. You're renting one. Whirlpool is 5 brands, 2 engineering philosophies, and a bet that you won't look past the sticker. Their 29-inch dryer is the most repairable appliance in America. Their VMW washer is one of the least. Same logo, opposite engineering. Stop buying the stickers, start buying the engineering. The sealed drum video that started this whole argument? That's right here. It's the other half of this story.